With the Butt Kicker Gamer 2, what you see and what you hear is what you feel. Butt Kicker. The future is feeling.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Welcome back, trackside. Once again, race fans here to the Turn 3 Racing Network. Tonight, the ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series fires things off for playoff race number 2 here in season number 6. Will we see Todd Cray begin his championship run, starting off the playoffs last week at Kansas with a race win? Can Cray make it a 2 in a row visit to victory lane? We'll find out here in about 135 laps here tonight at Iowa Speedway. Track conditions look good for some great side-by-side racing action. But first, how you doing? How you feeling out there in TV land? Race fans, glad you could all join us here tonight. As always, Dave in the Cave bringing you all the calls from trackside. And just like that, let's jump right in to your qualifying action. Multiple drivers already turning in their time lap. Quick time top of the speed charts to nobody's surprise in that Pets for Paradise Infinite Hero Kitty Cat Coin number 21 Chevy Camaro leading the charge. Todd Craig, quick time 23:84 here in the David Spears Designed Pole Award session. We've got Adam Ross in the 12 Toyota Supra out on track. You can see him down there turning in his time lapse. 17 drivers on the speed charts, and Todd Cray tops them all. 23:84. Cray looking to pick up and build some momentum here in these playoffs. Just a short playoff run for all of these top 8 drivers. Points resetting, everything getting closer for that season championship. And Cray, with the race win, has found a way to dethrone the guys at the top of the point standings. And Cray, now your overall points leader heading into playoff race number 2. As the music goes away, time going to begin to tick away on the final few minutes here in this qualifying session. Still out there on the track is Adam Ross. He's going to go 18th with his time lap. Aaron Alt and Brian Tornelski, they're both out there on the track, the 28 and the 19, trying to lay down a fast time, see if they can't dethrone the man at the front. Quick time still belongs to Todd Cray on that 21 crew. 23:84 is the fast time here at the David Spears Designed Pole session. Aaron Alt gonna catapult all the way inside of the top 5. He's gonna go 3rd with his first time lap. Drivers are going to have to make it quick because we're just about 30 seconds away from closing out the stopwatch here on qualifying. And it looks like Adam Ross, he's done his time. Aaron Alt looking for a little more, not quite going to get anything more. That's going to do it for qualifying, snatching another pole award this season. Todd Cray going to start from that pole position. And with that being said, race fans, we're going to step away from the track for a brief commercial break. Head back for your national anthem and your green flag. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly wailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rackets regular, the boats bursting in air, gave
And we're back live trackside here as we await the final few drivers to make their way through pre-race inspection and head to the starting grid. Having a little coughing attack there, so we'll mute the mic for that one. Yeah, I'm sure you guys don't want to hear me hacking along up here, but you know, is what it is. This beautiful country air's got my lungs a little bit filled and a little bit crisp here tonight in the booth, so we do apologize if there's any audio issues, but nonetheless, drivers begin to make their way to the starting grid, and we're going to get sent to get underway. As we already spoke about earlier here tonight, we're going to go through some official business. Todd Cray snatching the David Spears Design Pole Award moments ago. He walked away from Kansas Speedway, open up the playoff races with a race-winning performance. He's going to grab the overall points lead, just 1 point out front, in front of the fast as always, number 90, B. Blaze, a vintage Ford Mustang. Bobby Blaze are going to fall 1 point behind. How about the battle between the Knicks? Nick Burlow and Nicholas Wing, they're both going at it, third and fourth, 9 and 10 points back from overall points leader Todd Cray. And it looks like drivers slowly starting to file in. There you can see the front rows beginning to fill out, and we're going to get set to fire off here tonight from Iowa Speedway. A lot of laps remaining here tonight, and 130 laps around this 3/4 of a mile racetrack nestled in beautiful Newton, Iowa. It's going to be a great night of racing, I can assure you that. Waiting for that 404 of Dave Gage and Michael Overstreet to make their way to the track, and we'll get ready to run down the starting lineup. As there you hear the producers in the background hitting the button, so you know it's time. It's ready to roll. Your starting lineup for tonight's race here from Iowa Speedway, starting inside row number 1, snatching the David Spears Design Pole Award inside of that kitty cat coin, Infinite Hero. Pittsford Paradise Camaro, Todd Cray will lead the field to the green flag. Derek Moore in that Wrangler number 3. He's going to line up just a his outside. Moore to roll off in second. Aeronaut Nathaniel Talman back in row number 2. Row number 3 here tonight from Iowa Speedway belongs to that PR Taco Palace and Margarita Bar 404 of Dave Gage. Great qualifying effort there for Michael Overstreet. He's going to roll off outside of row number 3. And as the drivers roll off of pit road, we'll get set to follow the field down the backstretch. Bobby Blazer and Patrick Coro back in row 4. Row number 5 here tonight consists of that fast 41 of Doug Argabright and Nicholas Wing, both championship contenders looking to find their way to the front. And how Nick Burlow right there in row number 6. Row number 7 here tonight from Iowa belongs to John Timms and Stephen Ayers Jr. Rest of the field going to file in just like that, and we're going to get ready to drop the hammer. Next time around, field going to receive that one finger wave from the boss man in the flag stand, and we're going to get set to fire it off here tonight from Iowa Speedway. The Ethanol 130 on tap here tonight. Who's going to grab the crown? Who's going to walk away with the victory? You're going to have to wait to find out. We're going to wait in anticipation to find out. Will it be one of the drivers that have been to victory lane 3 times apiece this season, or will we see a new fresh face to victory lane or another repeat winner? It's all going to come down to long green flag runs here at Iowa Speedway, known to take place. How long will they be able to keep this thing green, and how many pit stops will they need? Looking at it from the outside window, looks like 2 pit stops are going to be needed to get to the end of tonight's race. We'll see how these crew chiefs and drivers play it out. But first, let's play out this start. Face car down and away to the restart zone. We roll and away we go. Green flag flies for the first time here tonight at Iowa Speedway. Todd Cray snatches the gears, gets it going on the bottom of the racetrack, losing some ground on the high side is Tallman. He's going to be finding with Alt down at the bottom now. Big run through the center off of turn number 2 there for Tallman, and he's going to take that second position back pretty convincing. A little bit of a battle behind him. Let's go back here to 3 wide. Nicholas Swing right there with Bobby Blazer. A little scrape of the wall for the 33 of Joe Wernter in the rear of the field. 13th position on track. A little scrape of the outside wall coming off turn number 4 to 3 wide off of turn number 2. They're going to sort it out by the time they get back into turn 3. Bobby Blazer down there on the bottom of the racetrack trying to make some moves. He's going to grab a position or 2 here on this initial start of the race. He's going to grab 2 positions so far as we complete 2 laps. Lap number 3 now on the board. Todd Gray still with the company. Tallman right there giving him a fit, filling the mirror full of his Toyota Supra for the moment. A lot of good side-by-side action here working our way around the track. We're going to go ahead and drop that timing and scoring over there to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow along, find your favorite driver, just like we do right here in the production booth. Sliding backwards now is the 19, Andy's Frozen Custard Super Machine of Aaron Alt. There you can see Alt stuck on the high side, fired off well at the drop of the green flag, but now struggling, stuck on the high side. Not sure his 19 is working up there, but the Toyota looking to try to find some speed. Here comes a fellow Toyota driver, Doug Argobright, right there in that 41, down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to take that position away. That's going to open up the door for Nick Burlow. Burlow going to fire through the open doorway. The championship contender, John Timms, right there. You can see that familiar orange splitter in banner across the windshield, signifying, showing all of us who exactly are those championship contenders. And he's had a solid season and a solid run to open up the playoffs. Finds himself a little bit behind the 8 ball, just 11 points back from your overall race leader, so he's going to need to have a consistent finish here tonight if he's going to want to continue his chances at a championship. No more cutoff races. If you made it in the playoffs, it is a run to the end. We have got just 3 weeks left after tonight's race to decide who's going to hoist that season championship trophy. And for the moment, Todd Cray looks to be top of the class, out front, leading, showing the way, starting to step away from that Interstate Batteries number 54 of Tallman. Just can't quite get. And we may have to apologize here. We may end up apologizing. And no, yes, it is the Interstate Batteries machine. We thought it was a familiar paint scheme, and indeed it is. Tallman running in second. Top 2 drivers stepping away from the field and looking to repeat last week's showing at Kansas. Craig got to the front, just kind of bided time for a while and took the overall race lead right around that halfway point and never looked back. Will he be able to lead flag to flag here tonight? Lap number 9 now going to go in our back pocket as we cross the stripes. Green flag still flies. No cautions, no trouble so far. We're going to head deep into the field. Look at this hornet's nest. Drivers racing for positions inside of the top 15. Ed Hauck in that Crown Royal number 7 Camaro down on the bottom of the racetrack, battling with a handful of Toyota drivers. There's a Ford up into the mix as well. You can see him, that 33, struggling with a little bit of pace as Michael Overstreet closes in and closes the gap. Ed Hauck going to have a little bit of trouble. He's going to give up a little bit of time here. Works his way off of the corner exit and back down the backstretch once again, trying to make up some positions, trying to find a hole to fill in the 91 of Patrick Coro. His troubles, his woes continue here tonight. Started inside of that top 10, now on the outside of your top 15. Looking in, Coro going to slide back 8 spots. These opening 12 laps, and that 91 may have some problems. So there may be problems back there for the 91. We're going to look at the man on a move here. Zach Miller up 5 positions from where he qualified, or I should say where he didn't qualify, because he didn't take a time lapse. So we started tail end of the field shotgun Sally here tonight from that 21st position, he's going to move up into 16th. So a good run through the front of this field already for Zach Miller. We'll see. We'll keep an eye on him as he continues his charge through the field. Gap starting to develop, but the battles are not over. Let's go right here. Watch this one unfold. Nick Brillo, John Timms, and Doug Argabright in that 41 Toyota Supra. They're all mixed up, all going at it here. Those are for positions just inside of your top 10. Drivers through 1 and 2, and coming at you out of the back stretch. There they all go, heading down into turn number 3. We roll. And with this 3/4 of a mile track, 15 laps into tonight's race, we're going to get into a position, into a point where drivers may begin running up on some lap traffic here tonight. The race leader may already end up in lap traffic, and Todd Cray, man, he has absolutely stepped away. Todd Cray walking the dog front of the field, out of sight, out of mind, and out of the park right now. 1.7 second advantage for your race leader. There you can see the distance back to Tallman now, who is struggling for this mid-run pace. This is where Cray shows his talents, shows his abilities, is on these longer runs, these mid-range to long end of the race run, seems to kind of just always fall in the lap of this 21 machine. He's finding speed, keeping pace. Last time around, 24.75. We'll see if anybody's quicker out there on the track, and there's only one driver out there faster, and that is Bobby Blazer, who is now running in the 3rd position. Blazer, let's go take a look at that fast forward Mustang out there on the field. Quickest Mustang on the track, quickest car on the track. He's going to run a 24.67, just about a tenth faster than your race leader. So there is speed built into the long run side of things for Blazer. So crew chiefs making the correct call there, putting the car in a position to make some moves and have some speed in the long run. He's going to begin to reel in Nathaniel Tallman in front of him. That gap has dissipated and went down to under 1 second. Look for Blazer to be there and to take a position here shortly. And as the drivers battle at the front, let's go back here a little further back outside of the top 5. Things heating up once again with Nick Burlow and John Timms, Doug Argabright right there, Matt Allen, Aaron Alt sliding through the field down 7 positions from where he qualified. Alt just trying to stop the bleeding at this point in time as that 77 EE Sports machine down to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to take the position away from Burlow, who's running it high, wide, and handsome. You better not make a mistake because the 41's there. The 41 is there to pick up the pieces should there be a moment in front of them with the 2 drivers racing off of turn number 4. John Timms is going to lose the battle for now. Regroup, reload, and try to make that pass once again. Up at the front of the field, nothing has changed. Todd Cray continuing to show the way. Nathaniel Tallman and Bobby Blazer, they're starting to get into a heated battle and a little bit of a mix-up. Tell you what, let's go here for the battle for 4th and 5th. Let's watch the battle unfold here between Nicholas Wing and Dave Gage. These 2 drivers going at it for about the past 4 to 5 laps. We'll go on board here. Let's take a look down the right side of Nicholas Wing's 99 machine. Taking a look at the man hounding him. Haunting presence in that side mirror. You can see that 404. He wants to get by, but just can't quite make the pass lap after lap. He's all over him, but just unable to do anything with it. Great run through the corner here. Great run center off. Not going to do anything with it, though. The 404 of Gates going to have to suffice for his position for the moment. Battle still not done. We'll jump outside of the car for this side-by-side battle between Dave Gage and Nicholas Wing. They continue this side-by-side battle for yet another lap here, working their way off of turn number 2, fighting for a final 4 position here. Losing a little bit of ground to the 54, who's in the final podium position, Nathaniel Tallman, with a 2.6 second advantage. And still side by side, they have not figured out who's going to walk away with the position just yet. One lap, it's Gage up the track, sliding right across the nose of that 99, and Nicholas jumping out of the gas just enough to allow that one to happen. And oh, the 33, he's going to hang it to the high side and miss the mark. Unfortunately, not going to miss that outside wall. He's going to have some significant contact with that outside wall in turn number 2. Keep it to the high side here in 3 and 4. Race leaders down to the bottom of the racetrack trying to take the position. And no! Oh, in big time trouble. Now we've got issues on the front stretch. And that's going to bring out the caution for the first time here tonight. We watched it all unfold. We watched it. Oh, my gosh! And Nicholas Wing coming back up the track, and he's going to catch another driver involved in this one. Oh, my goodness. Big time trouble here on lap number 28. Caution flag will fly for the first time, and we will go back and see what happened with the replay. Just walking up the track a little bit, getting clipped on the nose of that 33, back down the track and into the 77 of John Timms. Hard impact with the outside wall with the inside wall for Timms on the driver's side door. There you can see Wing trying to get the machine around and up into traffic, and another driver caught up in this one late in the going, and that's going to put a handful of drivers behind the 8 ball and probably out of tonight's race. That is some big, heavy impact as we head back to the front of the field. Everybody heading down pit road, so as caution flag flies with right at 100 laps remaining. We're going to take this time an opportunity to pay off a few of the bills. Thank some of the sponsors. Step away for a brief commercial break. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. Thanks for rejoining us trackside here from Iowa Speedway as we are under caution for the first time here tonight. Contact between the 33 of Derek Moore, or I apologize, the 33 of Joe Wormter, sorry. We'll get the number straightened out. One's the 3 Wrangler machine, the other's the 33, but anyways, Wormter contact with Nicholas Wing, and Wing gets all sorts of out of shape. That's going to cause a handful of problems for some more drivers out there. John Tim's going to get caught up in this one and put an end to his top 5 run here tonight. Tim still down on a pit lane. Nicholas Wing also still thrashing around on that 99 machine. They're going to look to get those cars back out on track and salvage the night. Both of them are playoff contenders, so this could have big implications moving forward. We're going to move forward here. Lap number 34. When we drop the green flag for the first restart of the race, will Todd Cray walk away like he did to start tonight? We'll find out in a moment. On the gas, and green flag flies. Once again, here from Iowa Speedway, Todd Cray out to a good jump here on the restart. Bobby Blazer dealing with Nick Burlow and Doug Argabright way up the track. The 41 way outside. He's going to give up 1 to make it. Yep, 2 positions, almost a third, as Aaron Hauck right there to pounce, right there, ready to take a position, hanging it high, wide, and handsome is that 39 of Michael Overstreet, man, powering around the outside. Look at him go down into the corner. He's willing to risk it for the biscuit early here tonight. He ain't catfishing, he's rim riding tonight. Overstreet with a good run here on this restart. And as lap number 35 comes to a close, we'll drop that timing and scoring back to the left-hand side of your screen. Let you follow your favorite driver. Find him out there on screen. Where's he running? And how his night is going. I want to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight, whether you're over there on the Twitch side of things or right here on the YouTube channel. Right here, your home for everything E-Speed. That's right. Welcome back to the Turn 3 Racing Network. You're watching playoff action from Iowa. American Sim Motor Racing Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series in season number 6 coming to a close. Final few playoff races remaining on this schedule. Looking forward, season number 7 gonna come at you pretty rapidly. That's gonna have some big news up in a handful of weeks. We should hear some of the big news coming here for season number 7, so keep your eyes peeled for that one. Watch it as we watch 3 wide through turns 3 and 4. Close battle there. Burlow able to step away. That's going to put, I believe, that 39 to the high side. Contact. White knuckle moment. How did David Overstreet keep that Michael Overstreet keep that thing out of the outside wall? Oh my gosh. Wheelman moment if we've seen one here tonight. Doug Argabright down on the bottom of the racetrack. He's seen it all unfold in front of him, and we're going to jump on board down with Argabright as he makes his way around the track, knocking on the door of a top 5 position. We're about a quarter of the way through tonight's race, so with 40 laps in our back pocket, Todd Cray leading all 40. He's beginning to look like he wants to put a check mark next to that most laps led column. Leading every single lap here tonight, to walk away with the David Spears Design Pole Award as well. Todd Cray looking to show out 2 weeks in a row as the lights slowly begin to cut on. We should see this thing end just a little after sunset, so the track indeed will make a transition. Who's going to be able to keep up with it and who's going to be able to keep themselves up front running for a chance to walk away with the checkered flag? We'll jump back outside of the car and back around the track, bring you some more of the exciting action here tonight from Iowa Speedway. We'll take a look here. That's Dave Gage and Ed Hauck going at it 10th and 11th on the racetrack, trying to close in on Patrick Coro and Adam Ross, who are just out in front having their own little battle 127 to Matt Allen. How about the run from him? He started in 15th, now working his way to that 12th position. So a shout out there to Allen and his entire 127 crew. Great run for all of these guys here tonight. And again, Cream has risen to the top, and they have stepped away. Todd Cray, Bobby Blazer, both with 3 race wins in their back pockets coming into tonight's race. Both have sat at the top of the championship standings all season long, and here they are once again running 1 and 2 on the racetrack. It's getting to be somewhat of a theme here with Cray having this good look as of late. I mean, really, when you think about it, Todd Cray had a little rough start to the season. The race was kind of checkers or wreckers for him there for the first, I would say, about 3 to 4 weeks. Struggled a little bit to get those good finishes that he deserved. The car was good, the driver was good, just Trumbull seemed to find him late. And now Cray reaping the benefits of that momentum, peaking at the right time. And peeking at another checkered flag from the field. Todd Cray leads by 0.3 of a second. Bobby Blazer still right there in second with Nathaniel Tallman. Michael Overstreet, Nick Burlow rounding out your top 5. You're watching the battle between a handful of drivers here. 31 Machine trying to make some moves, trying to work his way back up and around the race leader. Stephen Ayers Jr. listed 2 laps down. He was caught up and involved in that early incident. I say early, but it was on lap number 28. Suffering the consequences of one Stephen Ayers Jr. Now he's trying to make up for it as we cross the line next time around. We'll have lap number 48 go on the board, and there it is. Race leader already across. Oh, in trouble. Nick Burlow around. Big trouble. Big trouble for Nick Burlow. Oh, and another one piling in. Big trouble for Nick Burlow. He's going to crash here tonight. That's going to spell trouble for himself in multiple drivers here through turns 3 and 4. Let's see if we can't find the replay. Let's go back and see what happened to that 49. He was running well. Oh, and maybe a little bit of contact. Looked like there was some possible contact there. We'll back it up one more time. Let's see if we can see that pass. And there it is. Yeah, Michael Overstreet and Nick Burlow coming together, and Burlow going to bear the brunt of it. And packing it in late, nowhere to go, and into the side of the 49. That's going to spell some trouble for that 28 of Brian Tarnowski. He's going to be a victim of circumstance at this point in time. Tough break, tough road there for Tarnowski with nowhere to go. He's going to tear up the front end of his machine. And it looks like we'll have some more drivers heading to pit lane. Front of the field indeed going to come to pit lane this time around. Not shy to use the tires because we're working closely towards that halfway point already. Lap number 50 going to go on the board. And drivers already eyeballing that sun setting in the background. Will the track temperature change drastically enough to have an effect on this race? We'll have to wait to see. We'll have to wait to find out. Handful of drivers are going to stay out, though. Aaron Alt, Adam Ross, Patrick Coro, Andrew Alt. And the 29 will finish out the top 4, willing to roll the dice early here from America's Heartland in the Ethanol 134, the ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series playoff race. Number 2, Todd Cray leads the race off of pit road. Bobby Blazer, Nathaniel Tallman, Michael Overstreet, Doug Argabright, and Zach Miller will finish out your top 10 for the restart. We'll eyeball pit lane and see what the damage control is like out there for Tarnowski and whether he's able to make his way back to pit road or not. Stephen Ayers Jr. and Derek Moore, they're both going to head to pit lane this time around. So we're about 15 laps away from the halfway point here tonight. Race fans, what do you think about the strategy move? What do you think about the plan here? Do you think it's going to pan out for that Andy's Frozen Custard number 19 Toyota Supra front of the field? And Aaron Alt looking to shake up the game here. He's going to start from the pole position, and it looks like he's going to start from inside. I do believe that's the word we're hearing across the radio as race leader picking the bottom of the racetrack. And Adam Ross, he said, you know what? I'm not feeling so good about it anymore. He's going to come to pit road this time around. He'll start tail end of the field as we receive the one to go this time around. The boss man in the flag stand. No, he's going to shake that off and give him the peace sign. We're going to have 2 more laps around here before we go back green flag racing. So we'll hit the ground running on lap number, looks to be lap number 54 is when we should see that green flag fly once again here from Iowa Speedway. Want to take this moment to give a shout out and show some love to the sponsors. David Spears Designs coming on yet another season here with the ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series sponsoring the Pole Award. If you're looking for a button box and you haven't found the right one, check them out over at David Spears Designs. They've got multiple different boxes out there for you to use, multiple different mapping settings. Look for David Spears Designs on Facebook.com. As always, House Painter, Hauck Designs, for all your liveries, wraps, suits, helmets, whatever you need here on iRacing, they can paint it. That's right, that's Hauck Designs. Everybody involved in our latest caution was able to get their machines back out onto the track, so everybody going to rejoin the race. Nicholas Wing and John Tim still stuck fixing their machines in damage control, and we'll wait to jump on the gas until deep in the restart zone. Green flag flies as Aaron Alt smashes the loud pedal. He'll head down into turn number 1 with no contest from behind. But look at that second row. Hungry hip bugs, if you will. Bobby Blazer, Todd Crane right there trying to find a way around the drivers on old tires. Bobby down at the bottom. Todd Craig gonna squeeze through the middle. 3 wide to 3 wide again. They're gonna sort things out. Now Todd Craig looking to take that third position away. He's gonna do so as Blazer starts to close in at the front. Todd Craig, big moment off of 2. Big moment off of turn 2 for Todd Craig. He almost wrecked it. And he absolutely stacked up the... Whoa! Little bit of a shunt there by the 54. Tallman gonna shove Cray way up the racetrack. And now more trouble. Tarnowski and Coro gonna get into it. And caution flag will fly once again. Or we apologize. That is actually Aaron Alt getting into it. And I believe Tarnowski going to make his way by. But I believe that was Patrick Coro involved in it for sure. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of action here to try to digest in this replay. The trouble already happening out front. You can see drivers trying to get on the brakes. There's Patrick Coro already involved. So yeah, a lot going on here. A lot going on to bring out your third caution of the evening as we jump back up front with your race leader. Lap number 57 going to go on the board, and we'll bring the field back to a slow behind the iRacing pace car. Right here from Newton, Iowa, you're watching the Ethanol 130. So as drivers catch up to the tail end of the iRacing pace car, our good buddy Travis Smith pulling those pace car duties for us once again. Gotta ask yourself, will Aaron Hall continue to stay out there on the track, or will he pit next time around? I mean, pretty much the entire field has come down pit road, but is this a strategy play for track position, not wanting to get back in the field? Todd Gray, no other choice but to come to pit road. You seen him cook the tires off of turn 2, almost lose the car completely, stack the field up behind him just a little bit, suffer some contact to the rear end of the car. We'll check out to see just how bad that contact and damage is here shortly. But man, gutsy call, man. For Aaron Hall, I can't emphasize it enough. I mean, staying out under the latest caution, okay. A quick caution right here. You may want to go ahead and lick your wounds, eat your crow, and head back deep into the field for the restart with a chance to overcome the odds with a lot of green flag racing still yet to be had here from Iowa Speedway. But he's going to roll the dice. He's going to keep that Andy's Frozen Custard 19 out on track, and he'll restart from the second position. Look for that 19 to try to make a move early on this restart. Heated racing early here at Iowa Speedway. I say early, we are on caution number 3, just about to hit the halfway point. So if you thought intensity was already up there on the charts, it's just going to ramp up a little bit more as we inch closer and closer to the tail end of tonight's Ethanol 130 here in season number 6. You're watching playoff race number 2 for the Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series right here with the American Sim Motor Racing Group. That's right, ASMR hosting their 6th season in a row. And back in these Xfinity machines, Todd Gray, dominating car, trouble near this midway point. He's going to restart outside of your top 10. Todd Gray looks to be lining up somewhere around that 12th position. But if we know Todd, he's going to find a way. If there's a way, he's going to find it, and he's going to get himself back up near the front of the field. Don't you worry about that. We'll wait for him to make those big moves and work his way to the front of the field. We cross the stripe. White. We strong. I'm loving it just like that. We'll cross the stripe and get back to green flag racing this time around. You like that little bit of a blooper? That's why we love live TV, because you mess up and you just gotta keep rolling. No time to think about it, no time to stop, just like there's no time for these drivers to really stop and think about their moves. They're gonna have to make decisions in a split second, and sometimes that split second a little too much for the brain and tongue to process what they're trying to accomplish and get done. We'll see if these drivers are able to accomplish what they need to get done here on the track as we go back. Green flag racing once again. Bobby Blazer, new race leader. He'll lead him across the stripe, and away we go into turn number 1. Here comes Michael Overstreet, bottom of the racetrack. Big run through the bottom of 1 and 2. He's going to pull even with Alt to his outside. Move in the back of the pack. That's the 38 of Zach Miller. He's going to make a move. He's looking to gain a position or two here on the restart. Todd Cray getting by Andrew Alt for the 11th position. So Cray picking up one spot on the opening lap of this latest restart as we head back down the backstretch. Lap number 64 goes on the board. 65 when we cross the line this time around. We'll drop that timing and scoring back to the left-hand side of your screen once again. And how about the perseverance, determination out of that 99 and 77? Those two crews absolutely worked their tails off and were able to get their drivers back out on track, albeit a little bit of a lost cause and losing a little bit of hope. You can always hope that drivers in front of you have some issues and end up out of the race, but they're going to try to claw every point that they can out of tonight's Ethanol 130 right here from Iowa Speedway. You're watching all the green flag action right here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. If you haven't already, show these drivers some love and appreciation. Drop them some support. Give them that follow over there on the Twitch side of things. Or if you're joining us right here on YouTube, then go ahead and drop these drivers that thumbs up. Let them know you enjoy all of the racing content week in, week out, each and every Monday night. But we're live 7 days a week here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Find your fix right here at Turn 3. Close battle for the top spot as Michael Overstreet starting to close in on race leader Bobby Blazer. That's going to be a hot and heated battle for the first and second position. Will that allow Doug Argabright to wheel in these drivers in front? Nathaniel Tallman right there as well, the 54 Toyota Supra dinging on the bottom, not quite catfishing. He's more like shallow water bow hunting, bow fishing. Lord, I don't even know. We're just, you know what? Control Alt Delete Alt F4. We're gonna just move on from that. Front of the field battle continues for the top spot. The B Blazer Vintage number 90 Ford Mustang of Bobby Blazer holding the front of this field down. That top spot belongs to him. How long will he keep it in his clutches? We've seen Todd Cray early here tonight maintain a good race pace, maintain a good advantage over the field, and now he's having to work his way back up through this field. Restarted in 12th, now up to the 6th position, making the pass on that Indy's Frozen Custard, the number 19 machine, who is falling back in the field once again. There you can see Aaron all back to 7th. Todd Cray moves to 6th. So as we start to see this green flag run continue, we're going to jump around the track a little bit. And I tell you what, we're going to jump on board with a handful of cameras here. Let's go on board inside of that 404 of Dave Gage, working just in front of Todd Cray, now trying to work over that 54 Interstates Battery Toyota Supra. He's got Michael Nathaniel Tallman has got Doug Argabright right in front of him as Michael Overstreet continues to try to heat up Bobby Blazer. A lot of action out of this windshield. Oh, and trouble on track. Ed Hauck and Daniel Jensen have trouble. Trouble on lap number 71, and we're going to bring the field back under caution and back under yellow flag conditions. Let's jump back. Let's check the replay. Oh, just missing the corner entry. Oh my gosh, big hit there for the 4. Just missing corner entry a little, and there you can see him slide up the racetrack and into the side of that Crown Royal number 7, Daniel Jensen. Hard, significant, heavy impact on the front of this machine. We'll take a look inside right along with the 4 as he heads down into the corner. And there, with the downshift, you can see the front end of the car unhook a little bit. Did you see it? Let's go back. Let's show that replay if we can here. Watch for this little twitch here. Right there. Out of the gas, down a gear, and that's when the car twitched. A little bit of a bump does not help in the corner either. Iowa, very known for how bumpy the preferred line and the high line is here. And it looks like just a combination of downshifting and getting onto the bump at the wrong period of time has caused some problems. So we'll go back under caution for the 4th time here tonight as we close in on lap number 75. We're going to take this opportunity to take one more short, brief commercial break before we run it to the checkered flag. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be back right after this brief commercial break.
We got big time problems with that motor, buddy. Hey, just between you and me, the idea is to avoid the other cars. Congratulations! You just set the sport back 30 years with that move. That move will put you in the Hall of Shame. You keep doing stuff like that and we're going to lose our sponsor. Looks like that's it for us today. Now I know why you got canned by your old team. It's over. We can't fix that damage. Looks like your car is toast. You'll need a tow back to pit lane. Press and hold your reset button and we'll come and get you.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racers from all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. Their car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and race teams. Their skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly race series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 170,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams. Race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12 Hour. Additional partners include IMSA, World of Outlaws, Supercars, and IndyCar, allowing members to race in their very own Indianapolis 500, Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
And we'll jump right back in the action as drivers head off of turn number 2. Firing out of the pit. On the restart, Bobby Blades are going to lead the field down in turn number 3. Hot and heavy action here in front of the field, 2-3 wide at times. We've got a side-by-side battle for the second place, and look who is back up in the mix. Look who is right there. That's that Pittsburgh Paradise. Infinite Hero. Kitty Cat Coin, number 21, Machine of Todd Cray. He's found his way back to the front, and here he is looking for that second position. Side-by-side battle with Michael Overstreet. He's going to make short work of Overstreet at the bottom of the racetrack. Catfishing here on that yellow line. Cray at a 4. He's going to gain a ton of ground and take second position away. Contact with the outside wall for Overstreet, and that's going to leave Overstreet falling to 4th here. And Todd with much fresher tires, about 23 lap fresher tires to be exact, and it's going to be short work here. I believe Bobby's going to be able to hang on for a moment, but not very long. It's Todd Cray going to move up the racetrack, take that spot away, move Cray back to the point. Look at that beaten, battered, and weathered interstate battery number 54. You would think that he's had multiple incidents here tonight. Well, he's only had about one decent one there, being caught up and involved in a bit of a stack up. He's going to tear up the front end of that machine just a little bit, but look at it go. The interstate batteries number 54 Toyota Supra are going to take that second position away and move further through this field. Now eyeballing Todd Cray, but I don't think he's got anything for Cray with that damage. I'm not sure he's going to be able to maintain the pace that he's going to need. Bobby Blazer going to fall behind the 8-ball with much older tires. Last time he was on the pit road was back at lap number 49. Cray and Tallman came to pit road under our latest caution just 10 laps ago. So like we said, about 23, 24 lap pressure tires for the top two. Bobby Blazer doing a fine job keeping some pace in it, but he's just about a half a second slower than your race leader, Todd Cray. So he is indeed losing some ground. Let's go deep in the field now. Let's look at this gaggle of machines going at it left and right, battling for track position, battling for space, just to make it through the corner. Dave Gage down there on the bottom of the racetrack. You can see that PR Tacos Palace and Margarita Bar machine trying to make his way around the track. We'll find 3 wide once again off of 4. Derek Moore is stuck in the middle of the previous race winner, looking for a way to find a playoff win. Will go 3 wide again with the 38 top of the racetrack. Things gonna simmer down just a little bit. Nope, we're gonna stay 3 wide heading into turn 3. Once again, this is about the 3rd lap in a row. We've been 3 wide heading into turn number 3. They'll sort it out, find it out amongst themselves, and we'll continue this green flag run here on lap number 86. Just a handful of laps above 40 remaining. Oh my goodness. 41 of Doug Argabright almost has some big time issues out there on that outside lane. He's going to be moving backwards now. Michael Overstreet right there as well in the 39. He's going to lose 2 positions in this mix-up. Dave Gage finding a way to the front. He's going to move into 4th. Gage with fresh tires, so he's going to have a little bit more pace. The 12 of Adam Ross also has fresh tires. Look for the Railstream Home Depot number 12 machine to work his way to the front of the field and follow along in the footsteps, the tire tracks of that 404 of Dave Gage. Meanwhile, Aaron Hauck, driver that started near the front of the field, all the way up in that 3rd position. He struggled a little bit, has been back to the front, but whoa, we got trouble on the backstretch. Big time trouble on the backstretch. We'll see the caution flag fly for the 5th time here tonight. Big trouble. Matt Allen, Derek Moore, Doug Argabright all caught up and involved in this one. I tell you what, let's go on board here with Matt Allen, driver of the 127. There you can see him coming up the track, a little bit of a hook and into the outside wall, bounces it off into the side of the 3. There goes Derek Moore. He's got troubles now. More drivers getting involved late in the mix as the caution unfolds in front of him. We'll watch it one more time here. Let's take a look one more time at what caused the caution. There it is, the contact. There's the contact between the 3 up into Argabright, and that's going to throw Argabright down and across the track, and we'll find ourselves behind the pace car once again here from Iowa Speedway. We'll move back to the front. Race leader out on track, Todd Cray. Going to stay out on track, and this is going to give the advantage now to Bobby Blazer. He's going to start with some fresh tires. He's going to have about 15 lap fresher tires than Todd Cray at the front of the field. So now the shoe's going to be on the other foot. We'll see how fast Blazer can possibly make his way to the front of this field. And with less than 40 to go when we drop the green flag here, it's going to be all about business. There's not going to be any more give. It's all about take now. And a few drivers may not be able to take much more punishment. A handful of drivers caught up and involved in multiple incidents here tonight. And as we are well past that halfway point, a little bit of house cleaning in order for you race fans at home joining us from around the globe watching tonight's ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series Playoff race number 2 here from Iowa Speedway. We started tonight's race with 21 drivers in the Ethanol 130, and we have still got all 21 drivers out on track. A little less on the lead lap. I do believe it's going to cycle out to be about 16 drivers left on the lead lap. We're going to have to wait for confirmation on that one, but I do believe it is about 15 drivers left on the lead lap here as we are under 40 to go. Drivers are going to have to be on it. Drivers are going to have to stay focused and get ready for the run to the end. Again, I want to say thank you to each and every one of you tuning in, joining us here tonight from Iowa Speedway in the Ethanol 130 with the ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series. Whether you're over there on the Twitch side of things or out here on the YouTube chat, good to see Patrick DeSalter joining us once again. And as always, Todd Cray's #1 fan out there, Jessica, cousin Jess. How you doing? Good to see you. Glad you're back. Glad to have you around, Todd Cray. Your driver. Here he is, front of the field. Knocking on the door of leading the most laps led here tonight. He walked away with the David Spears Designs Pole Award, so picking up right where he left off at Kansas is Cray. You can see a little bit of that rear end damage coming from a little bit of a mix-up off of turn 2. Got a little bit out of shape and stacked up the field behind him, but nonetheless, Cray not letting the damage or misfortunes bother him or have an effect on his race. He's back out front, showing the way as we cross the line this time around. Lap number 93 will go on the board, and we will receive the one finger wave from the boss man in the flag stand. He's going to let our good buddy Travis Smith know it's one to go. Cut those lights out, and we'll go back racing here from Iowa. Trouble on lap number 94. The trouble comes after issues on the restart for Doug Argabright. The 41 going to have some trouble, and he's going to bring some issues along the road for John Timms. The 77 wild and crazy topsy-turvy ride for him, and Hauck going to come to a slide on the infield as well. So the Crown Royal number 7 continues to have trouble here. Tough break tonight for the driver inside of that 7. Ed Hauck with some issues here. That's going to put us under caution quickly once again as we get ready to cross that 100-lap threshold. We'll have just about 30 laps to go when we go back green flag racing. We're going to squeeze a small commercial break in real quick, and we'll be right back. And as promised, quick caution this time around. Quick commercial break in field back behind the iRacing pace car. Once again here, 6th caution of the evening with trouble on the restart. Everybody seemed to be getting through the gears very well, and trouble for the 41. No front clip, and he's going to lose some grip and come down across the track, collect the 77 of John Timms along with Ed Hauck. And that's going to spell some trouble for a handful of drivers. And it looks like we've got our first retirement of the race. It looks like the three Ford Wrangler machine of Derek Moore listed down and out of tonight's race. So a tough break for Moore here. Yet another championship contender. Or I apologize, Derek Moore not in championship contention. He is a previous race winner this season, though, just narrowly missing. Derek Moore just narrowly missing. Sorry, a little bit of a squirrel moment there. My brain was going another direction before I finished the thought. Moore narrowly missing the playoff picture. Because winning races doesn't necessarily lock you into a playoff spot here with the ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series. You've got to have the points. You got to have the consistency. And here it is. Late race. And again, front of the field consistent as always as Todd Cray. Pace car lights will go out. But speaking of that consistency, I want to look at some of the stats. I want to bring you some of that information here tonight. Todd Cray, Bobby Blazer leading the points standings. Both drivers tied with 7 top 5s apiece, both with 3 race wins to their name. Only one more top 10 in the back pocket for Blazer, so Blazer walking away with 8 top 10s. But Mr. Consistency this season has been that 99 of Nicholas Swing. He's walked away with 9 top 10s out of the 11 starts that he has had. And here tonight may be one of the only other times we don't see him finish inside of that top 10. A tough little break tonight early for the 99 of Wing, and he's still struggling out there trying to gain all the positions he can. He's back multiple laps down in 19th. Cray into the restart zone, and green flag flies once again as the 21 nails that loud pedal. He'll scoot away from the field. Dave Gage right there in second. Nathaniel Tallman in third. Bobby Blazer going to pick up that 4th position away from Adam Ross. The 12 going to lose some ground here, but he is still the biggest mover of the race, so a lot going on here at the front of this field. As we cross the line this time around 100 laps in our back pocket, we move to 30 to go. Side-by-side battle for that second position. How long will he be able to hold him off? And not long at all. Bobby Blazer with those fresh tires. 15 lap pressure tires, and they are starting to show up. Blazer going to take that second position away, still a half a second back from Todd Cray, and Cray needs this thing to begin to go green flag from here. He doesn't need to see another caution. He needs the tires to wear. And utilizing the high run right here, Blazer trying to get those launches out of the corner, and it looks like he's going to get a big run out of the corner exit of turn number 4. He's going to close into under a half a second now as both drivers drop to the bottom of the racetrack. A little bit of a slide out of turn number 2 for Blazer. Not losing any speed, not losing any time here. He's hanging it out sideways, trying to get back to the point and back out front. There he is. He's going to close into within a half a car length. They'll be nose to tail heading into turn number 1. Blazer is there. Cray going to block the bottom. Up to the top they roll out of 2, and Bobby Blazer all over the rear deck lid of that 21 machine. Oh my goodness, things going to get hot and heavy here. Lap 104 going to go in our back pocket. Cray making that 21 as wide as possible. No big blocks, no lane changes, no abrupt moves. Cray just making that 21 awfully wide. Looking for the crossover back down into turn number 3 goes Bobby, and he will force the 21 to up high. Blazer with a good move, and he's going to have the race lead as we cross the line with just 25 to go here from Iowa Speedway. You're watching the Ethanol 130. Back into the corner once again, still side by side. Todd Cray not willing to give up yet. He's going to run it high, wide, and handsome, but Bobby Blazer going to have a one-car advantage. Here comes Cray looking for a crossover. Center off. He's going to close right in on that rear deck lid of your race leader. Now Todd Cray back down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's going to dive it in deep. Look to hold it. Not going to be able to make the pass. Not going to be able to close in, and he's going to lose a little bit of ground on that one. So a tough break there for Cray as he continues to try to grab that top spot back. Once again, Michael Overstreet and Nathaniel Tallman, they're going at it. 5th and 6th on the racetrack. Let's go back here to this battle. It's a hornet's nest once again. Kerfuffle on the track here in Iowa. Oh, into the outside wall goes the 54, and he's going to have a little more damage to show on that passenger side. The right side of that Interstate Batteries number 54 machine has seen some contact here tonight multiple times into the outside wall. Had a little bit of a mix-up with Todd Cray earlier, but now the troubles starting to compound themselves as the laps compound and contract. And we lose yet another one. Lap to go, 21 here for this field. The Ethanol 130 coming to a close. Let's go to a battle right here. We've got Aaron Alt, that frozen custom machine. He's right back in the mix, trying to get right back to where he qualified here. Started in that 3rd position, now currently running in 4th. Dave Gage going to move from 5th up to that 3rd and final podium position. We'll see if Gage can hold on to it here. Big run through the corner on the bottom of the racetrack for that 39 of Overstreet. He'll slide up right in front of Alt going down the backstretch into turn 3. Both drivers going to stick it to the high side. They're going to follow in the tire tracks of Dave Gage for the moment. Here comes the 12 of Adam Ross with a big run through 3 and 4. Overstreet diving it down to the bottom, utilizing the run on the front stretch. He'll stick it to the bottom once again, and he's going to stick it to Dave Gage. Overstreet going to take over that final podium position. Here comes Aaron Alt up into the mix to 12, lurking in the background, but things have gone awry at the front. Bobby Blazer walking away with this thing now. Those fresher tires indeed coming into play. Blazer with a 1.7 second advantage over Todd Cray, who has just about a 1.9 second advantage over Michael Overstreet. Dave Gage right there running in fourth, so we've got 3, 4, 5 cars all right here with each other, all battling for that final podium position. We're going to need a caution to mix things up for that race win, so let's go back here. One more battle. Let's go check out this battle. It's a trio into turn number 1, mixing it up for position. All the track, Nathaniel Tallman, Patrick Coro, Andrew Alt, all going at it here, and Alt having a little bit of a different paint scheme. We're used to seeing that State Farm livery on the 29, but he's going to mix it up and have the shots. Ammo Outlet sponsorship on board here tonight with that Toyota Supra, and it looks like he's had a little bit of a target practice with the front end of that Supra. Has got a little bit of crinkled nose there, so there's been some front end contact, but still trying to have a fine race here. They're closing in quickly on the 38 of Zach Miller, so it's going to be a close race here. Another 4-car battle as contact to the back end of Coro gets him a little out of shape on the front stretch. We're going to head back inside the top 5, though. Adam Ross, Dave Gage going at it for 5th and 6th. And now struggling for some pace is the 404 of Gage. He's going to lose yet another position. He's going to drop the 5th spot now to Adam Ross. Ross going to move into 5th as Gage struggling. Patrick Coro right here. Coro is going to be the next on the list. He's 2 seconds back, but he is closing in quick. He's just about 0.3 of a second faster than Gage. So look for Dave Gage to possibly lose yet another position here late in the going as we knock on the door of 10 to go. Next time around, Bobby Blazer, he's nowhere to be found. He has checked out. He is gone here at Iowa. Those pressure tires coming at the right time for Blazer, and unfortunately Todd Cray going to get called out on this one. Your David Spears Designs Pole Award winner, last week's race winner, your points leader, going to falter a little bit here tonight as he's now currently running in that second position. He's going to need to caution to help out his chances to walk away with a checkered flag. So a tough run for Cray, but still a fine finish in order as we head back in the field. 3rd and 4th on the track. Battle for the final spot on the podium here tonight in Ethanol 130. It comes down to these final 10 laps. Aaron Alt hunting Michael Overstreet for that 3rd position. Should there be trouble, Adam Ross right there to pick up the pieces. Could Ross possibly get this done and walk away with a podium? Andrew Alt, Nathaniel Talman still going at it for that 8th and 9th position. Alt going to get his way around, and he's going to pick up that 8th position for the moment. Brother in horsepower up there at the front of the field. Aaron Alt right here running in that 4th position. He's looking to grab the 3rd spot away and walk away with the final spot on the podium, but we're winding down the laps. We are down to just 6 laps remaining, less than 6 miles of racing left here at Iowa Speedway. Playoff race number 2 coming to a close. Bobby Blazer quick again. 2.7 second advantage over Todd Cray, so putting it on Cray the way that he got it done to him last week. So returning the favor, Bobby Blazer looking for the 4th win of the season. And that will catapult him, I do believe, back into the overall points lead as well. So this thing's going to be pretty fluid over the next, I would say, race or two, and it's all probably going to come down to the final night. Just a few short weeks away when we crown a champion. Man, and as Blazers stepping away, look at what 3rd and 4th are doing. There's Todd Cray right there working off of turn number 2. Michael Overstreet not too far behind. Aaron Hall right there as well. Could Todd Cray hold on to this one? We've got just 3 laps to go here from Iowa Speedway, and Todd Cray, he's going to have to hold on to try to keep a podium position. Let's not take away from what the man at the front of the field has done. Bobby Blazer coming down, pulling the strategy move of the century. He's going to get those fresh tires, and he's going to fire off and walk away from the field over a 4-second advantage as we see popsicle sticks on display. Just 2 laps to go, and I don't think Overstreet's going to get there, and it looks like he may indeed walk away with the final podium spot. Here tonight in the Ethanol 130 will join the race leader back off of turn number 4, coming to the white flag. And there you have it. White flag flies. Final lap here tonight from Iowa Speedway in the Ethanol 130 for the ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinity Series. Bobby Blazer leading a ton of laps here tonight. Not going to walk away with the most laps led, but still going to walk away with the race win and checkered flag, and that's what it's all about. That's why we hit the track, and that's why these drivers pound the pavement off of turn 4 and across the line. Your race winner here tonight in the 130, Ethanol 130, is that 90 B-Blaze Vintage Ford Mustang, the fast Ford at the front. Once again, Bobby Blazer going to get the job done and capture yet his 4th checkered flag of the season. Todd Cray going to walk away with yet another top 5 finish. So Cray continuing his winning ways, and we'll have to wait to see what happens and shakes out next week as we continue this heavyweight battle in the playoffs. What a run, what a night, as Bobby lets the fans in the stands have a little bit of a photo opportunity. We're going to take this moment for a brief commercial break before we head back trackside with your national anthem, or your national anthem. We've already had that. We've already done that, Dave. Lay the espresso down and calm down. It was so good. I want to see some more racing action, but we're going to be back trackside for post-race interviews. Don't go anywhere, race fans. We'll be right back. And back trackside at the conclusion of yet another barn burner playoff race. Number 2 is now in the bag. It has come to a close. The lights are going to begin to slowly power off as the fans file out and into the parking lot. What a great race they witnessed here tonight. And we're going to jump right to it. We're going to see if we can't grab a few words with the man that walked away with the final spot on the podium here tonight inside of his 39 Toyota Supra. Michael, it's Dave. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Hey, man, a great run for you and your crew. A great showing here, finally getting up into the podium position. So how you feeling about that run, and do you think you can carry some momentum into next week?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, honestly, anytime I come here and leave with my wheel intact, it's a good day. The last time I was on here at this track, I got a Fanatec wheel and I actually broke the wheel completely off the housing, saving the car. So I kind of have PTSD with this track a little bit, but all in all, man, I mean, it's a good night. Um, had a little scuffle there with Burlow, and I'll take full responsibility for that. That was my fault. I didn't expect him to not get in the gas as soon as, or as late as he did, I guess. But hate it for him. But all in all, man, I'll take a third place. It's finally nice to be on the podium here.
Well, beating and banging and rubbing is racing, and if anything has taught us that, it hasn't been just Days of Thunder. It was the race at the Coliseum last night. If you had a chance to check that, there was contact all over the place, and those are the big boys of racing. So a little bit of contact can be expected along the way over here on the iRacing.com platform. But, Michael, a great run for you and your crew here tonight. Before we let you go and enjoy this finish here and catch up with the rest of the guys here on pit lane, would you like to give any final shout-outs, thank yous, love yous, maybe thank anybody back home or at the shop?
Absolutely. First and foremost, I got to thank my lovely wife for letting me do what I do on Monday nights. She's been a huge supporter of mine. Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. They, I love flying these colors. They've been on here for quite a while now. My boys Nate and Brendan. I know that they're watching. Who else? Ed Hauck Designs does awesome badass cars. He's done every single one of my paints this season, so definitely got to give him a shout out. Everybody at ASMR, all the admins, you for putting on a good show. I definitely look forward to going back and watching this one for sure.
All right. Well, again, Mr. Oversteer, we appreciate you taking some time to talk to us in these post-race interviews. And until next time, my man, stay safe and keep it fast.
Absolutely. Thanks, sir.
All right, there you go. Walking away with the final spot on the podium here tonight. The Ethanol 130 is the 39 of Michael Overstreet. What a run, what a night for him. And that's going to move us right along to the man that walked away with the pole award here tonight. So we'll join the familiar face, the familiar voice right here in second place here tonight. As we said, took the pole position. Todd, how you feeling after a solid second place?
Feeling real good about that one. Had a couple errors there. Unforced error there kind of took me out of contention for the night. Tried to get off pit sequence there with Bobby, trying to hope the cautions fell in our favor, and just didn't get it tonight. So, but all in all, we'll take the second.
Yeah, we watched the difference of strategy there, and you blazed your way up through the field. No pun intended to Bobby, but you ran your way to the front and grabbed the race lead pretty easily with those fresher tires, and a caution coming out a little bit later, catching you back up. Kind of a payback moment there with the fresh tire situation, and Bobby was able to get by you, and you just seemed to not have the pace with those older tires. Is that what it was about, or was it really the damage to the rear end of that car?
Actually, I got loose there coming out of 2 and caught it. I thought we were all straightened out, and then they got into me in 3, which damaged the left front. The rear came a little later, but that's really kind of what hurt and why I tried to get off pit sequence there, because we were fast early. We were fast on the second run. The car was super fast long run. I was running a low line. It was saving tires. A lot of guys were going high in 1 and 2, which I don't think was the right move. But if you don't keep the car clean, doesn't really matter. So we gave it a shot there. That's all you can do at that point. You know, Bobby's fast. A couple other guys here are fast. You got to have a clean car usually to win it. So got to learn our lesson and come back next week.
Well, gracious in victory and humble in defeat, Todd. It's a pleasure to catch up with you at the end of these races, week in, week out. Unfortunately, you weren't able to walk away with the checkered flag, but I believe you sewed up the most laps led here tonight as well. So you know the drill, you know the rundown. We're going to step back in. The mic is yours.
Yeah, we'll keep it short tonight. Turn 3 Racing Network for putting on the show. Hauck Designs for sponsor the series. Assassin Motorsports. Cousin Jess is out there. I see her. She's going to want answers from this one. So I'll have to answer some questions about this and make sure I get better. And Pets of Paradise, Kitty Cat Coin, MPI. Everybody at ASMR. Taco Racing with Dave. Have fun with Dave in the room here. And they put on a great show. And you guys put on a great broadcast. And we're still going to go for that championship.
All right. Well, Todd, as always, man, it's been a privilege and a pleasure. And we'll see if we can't talk to you again next week.
You got it, buddy. Appreciate it.
All right, there you have it. Final few words for the man that walked away with the pole position, most laps led as well. But Todd Cray going to fall just a little short. Cray going to walk away from the track in second, and that's going to move us right along to the man that finished at the front of the field, showing the way. Your race winner. Let's see if we can have a word or two with the man inside of that number 90 Fast Ford Mustang front of the field. Checkered flag in hand. Bobby, how you feeling after win number 4?
I have a little bit of Mucinex in me, so I feel good right now, but I've had a cold all week, so I haven't been really feeling that great. So, if you're talking about iRacing, how I feel good. It was a fun race, so.
Well, a little under the weather. Sure, a checkered flag and some chicken soup would go a long way at this point. So we're not going to keep you very long here, Bobby. You got off sequence and strategy on the tires. You were able to utilize it. I think the fresh tires is what made the difference there at the end on that late restart, and just kind of fire away and then walk away with the race lead from that moment on. So. We won't keep you long here. We'll let you get the celebrations done and underway so you can take care of yourself. So, as always, man, it's been a pleasure here in the post-race interviews to catch up with you. Before we let you go, would you like to give any shout-outs, thank yous, love yous?
Well, I appreciate the rush. I'm not like dying, but I appreciate.
Well, I always
Todd
feel
Racing.
like I'm dying when I'm sick. I'm
Nah,
just saying.
I just have a little bit of cold. I got really lucky there because we had more cautions than I frankly expected, especially the first half of the race, and we only had 4 sets of tires. So I was a little nervous there after the second to last caution because I got passed by Todd after he came from, I don't even know where he came from, back of the pack up to the front, and he was gone, and the 54 was in second. So I was a little worried about that, but once that caution came out, I kind of was like, all right, like, this is my chance. So I raced hard and got to the lead. I appreciate Todd for racing me clean all the time. That was a lot of fun. We were out of turn 3 and 4 there. We were close. So that's always fun to race like that. And everybody else, it's a tough track to pass out and race at. So up front, at least it was clean and fun. So I didn't have any contact with anybody, or with as wide as it is in turn 3 and 4 and how sort of narrow it gets out of 4. It was nice not to have any contact with people and people giving space and whatnot. So I appreciate that. I want to thank my sponsors, Mayblaze Vintage. I want to thank my team, EE Sports. I want to thank Austin at Money House Graphics for my paint. I want to thank you for broadcasting. You do a great job every week. I like to watch back and see how you do it. You do really good, and I enjoy watching. I appreciate Dave and Ed, Clark, all those guys for setting the league up. It's not easy doing this every week, so I appreciate them hosting this session and having trivia and having fun. The upfront racing was a lot of fun, so hopefully everybody had a good time. I did. So I appreciate what you do. I appreciate what the league admins do, and I'm thankful to be in such a fun league.
Well, we're thankful to have you, and we're thankful that you're fast week in and week out, and we get to have these great conversations at the end of these races. Bobby, it looks like you're going to reclaim the points lead heading into next week's race. Just a handful of more playoff races before we crown a champion, and I can assure you, and I can assure the fans, this man right here in Victory Lane with us tonight, he's going to be one of the ones you're going to have to watch to lift that season hardware. So again, Bobby, congratulations on your 4th win of the season. You're going to set yourself apart from the field in the winners column and reclaim that overall points lead, and we're going to see if we can talk to you again at the end of next week's race. Until then, stay safe, and as always, keep it fast.
Thank you.
All right, there you have it. Final few parting words for the man that walked away in first, a little under the weather and still getting the job done. Bobby Blazer going to walk away with the checkered flag here tonight from Iowa Speedway in the Ethanol 130. What a race, what a night, and as producers already hitting those buttons, you know the familiar tunes and sounds, you know it's time for us to run down tonight's unofficial race results. Walking away with the checkered flag in hand, man standing at the top of the podium inside of that B-Blazer vintage number 90 Ford Mustang, Bobby Blazer catches his 4th win on the season. Todd Cray back in second after snatching the pole position and leading the most laps. He's going to fall short tonight and finish in second. Michael Overstreet rounds out your podium drivers. Aaron Altbeck in 4th. Adam Ross in 5th. The 404 of Dave Gage finishes home here tonight in 6th. 7th belongs to Patrick Coro. Nathaniel Tallman back in 8th. 9th place tonight to the 49 of Nick Burlow. Matt Allen in 10th. Andrew Alt in 11th with Zach Miller. And the 38 crew walking away 12-13 tonight is Brian Tarnowski. Joe Wormter in 14th. Stephen Ayers Jr. finishes out your top 15. 41 of Doug Argabright, championship contender. He's got some trouble here tonight. He'll finish in 16th. Ed Hauck back in 17th, and trouble strikes yet another championship contender. Nicholas Wing going to park that 99 in the 18th finishing position. 19th tonight to Derek Moore. John Timms with issues as well, so 3 championship contenders with trouble as Timms walks away in 20th. Daniel Jensen will finish out your 21 car field here tonight from Iowa Speedway. And just like that, the track has fallen silent as fans file to the cars. We're going to begin to cut off the lights and roll up the cords and get ready for next week's playoff race here in season number 6 for the ASMR Hauck Designs Xfinitty Series. If you haven't already, join us in that push to 3,000. Show these drivers some love and drop the thumbs up. Click subscribe. Smash that bell over there on the right-hand side to get notified anytime we go live here on the Turn 3 Racing Network. Whether it's myself, Dave of the Cave, or anybody else back at the Turn 3 headquarters, we do appreciate each and every one of you each and every time you stop by. Whether you're sliding in to say hey, or you're one of the dedicated fans, friends, family, or maybe one of the many sponsors, we appreciate each and every one of you. Without you, there would be no us. So stay safe, stay loved, my friends, and until next time, we'll meet you in Turn 3.